Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to give you a look at our preschool homeschool room. I'm so excited to show it to you guys. I've been working really hard at putting it all together over the last couple of months. So this room is divided up into centers. We have our math and science center, we have our art and language center, and then we have sensory and cultural. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in and show you guys the room. We'll just start over here and then work our way around the room. So this is our math center. On our math shelves, we have these wooden pattern blocks from Learning Resources. I got these off of Amazon. They came with all of these sheets. The kiddos can match the different pattern blocks onto these block cards. There's a little workbook of numbers 1 through 20. The book, My Very First Book of Numbers by Eric Carle. I got this off of Amazon as well. This is a little bin with the counting bears. I really like these because it has both bigger ones and smaller ones. So you can work on discerning differences in size, in color, and then you can use them for counting. You can use them for learning and identifying patterns. I have this little puzzle here. I think I got this from the Target dollar spot like maybe 2 years ago. And the other piece is probably in the playroom. Down on the bottom shelf, we have another puzzle. This is just a number puzzle. I have it set up kind of in a more Montessori way, which is where you don't keep all of the puzzle pieces stored on the puzzle. It's more inviting for them to come and be able to grab this entire tray and take it over to like their work table over here and sit down and then put the puzzle together. And then we also have this wooden number board. I got this from Etsy. I will link the shop in the description box down below. I highly recommend having these wooden boards for both numbers and letters. They come with like this little stick that they can hold in their hands, or they can just trace the numbers with their fingers. It's really helpful to learn letters and numbers using tactile senses. So for instance, like sandpaper numbers and letters, and then the wooden boards where they can trace with their finger while they're saying the name of the number out loud. I don't know if you can tell, but science is definitely my favorite area. I have a bachelor's degree in biology and I love everything that has to do with science. So I definitely kind of went all out with this section. I got these posters off of Amazon. I love the bright colors, so they really add like fun pops of color to the room. I also thought it would be really fun to have a class pet, something that the kids could help take care of. It's really great for learning responsibility and learning just to care for something smaller than themselves. Right now, all we have is one betta fish in there, which they like to be solitary, so I'm not going to add any other fish to this tank, but I probably will get some mystery snails and maybe some ghost shrimp just to have kind of a more rounded out ecosystem without bothering the betta fish too much. On this second shelf down below, I got this Botany Puzzle set off of Amazon. This is a Montessori material. It has this tree puzzle, this flower puzzle, and then I haven't opened this one yet, and this is a leaf puzzle. And then we also have a bunch of science related books. This one is kind of more mechanical science, the Big Book of Big Machines. My son Milo, who will be 3 in October, absolutely loved this book. We also have The Amazing World of Ants, The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. Of course, we have to have Ada Twist Scientists in the science section. And then this Usborne Lift the Flap book of questions and answers about nature. This is our light table. This table actually came from IKEA. I got it about 2 years ago and then I just turned it into a light table. I bought some LED light strips from Lowe's, and then I got this acrylic sheet cut to size from Lowe's. All you have to do is put the light strip down inside of the plastic bin and then drill a hole in the back of the bin to allow for the cord to go through so you can plug it in. And then this just sits on top. I left this side as is, so if you lift up this panel, it has another tray in there, which it's got dirt in it. We were playing with soil and fake bugs the other day, so it still has some dirt in there. This can be used for like storage, and then we have our light table side over here. Right above the light table, we have this bulletin board, which is our science bulletin board. Everything on this board will be changed out like weekly or monthly to fit what we're currently learning about. So it'll never stay the same, but it will always be science related. And right now, because we are going into the fall season, I have these sequins cards that came from our Funshine Express kit for the month of September and October. So it just kind of tells a story. I like to work on sequencing with my toddlers and preschoolers. It's a really important skill to learn. This has to be Ren's absolute favorite toy right now. I got this from Lakeshore Learning. I'll link it down below. Ren has already learned the names of all of these bugs. She can tell you where they go and what their actual names are, and it's so much fun. And also they can like put them on the light table to see them better. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, you can put the bugs on the light table. You can inspect them front and back, talk about their body parts, what they are. And then coming over here, this is the end of our science section. I have another botany related poster hanging on the wall. So this is our last science station over here on the top shelf, which by the way, I got almost all of the shelves in this preschool room came from IKEA. So this is one of the IKEA Besta shelves. We have this little toddler microscope, but it does have a light that turns on and then they can look through the lenses, and it does actually magnify. We have a little basket here with some goggles and magnifying glasses. And then this basket over here has a little x-ray of a snake and then a whole bunch of animal flashcards. Let's see, these cards here and then this impression of a lizard fossil and this tortoise shell and this iguana skull all came from Lakeshore Learning in like a reptile exploration kit. On the second shelf down below, I have a basket full of geodes and also some rocks. And then we also have a basket full of seashells that came from Florida. So on the next shelf, I have a whole basket full of magnetiles. I specifically put these over here and not over in the playroom because these are so much fun to use with the light table. And then we also have some plastic beakers and graduated cylinders that I got from Amazon, really inexpensive, but these are just great. We have like a whole science station that we will set up outside for nice days and go outside and you know, like experiment with baking soda and vinegar and pouring and mixing different colors together to see what you get. There's just a lot of kid-friendly science experiments that you can do, and these work great. Right now this cart is full of just random games and puzzles that the kiddos can work on. Starting up top, we have like puzzles that are meant for younger children, so like babies and very young toddlers. We have the fruit and the vegetable My First puzzles. And then down here in the middle we have the 12-piece puzzles. And down at the bottom we have the more complicated 24 to 48 piece puzzles. And then this came from Lakeshore Learning. This is Moods and Emotions wooden matchups. And then we love working on these. These are the Brain Quest cards. I will say that the preschool ones, even though it says it's for 4 to 5-year-olds, they seem, a lot of these questions are like really easy and could probably even be used with 3-year-olds. And then again, just something fitting to like our theme and the season that we're headed into. I made these pumpkin shape matching games. This actually came from the website totschooling.net, but I just printed out the pieces and I laminated them, and then the kids can match them, match the shapes. I just used little Velcro dots to stick on them. And then I also have these Melissa and Doug reusable sticker pads. I kind of call this the rainy day cart. If ever there's like really yucky weather outside, or if it's too dangerous to go outside with thunder and lightning, these are different activities that we can pick to work on inside together to keep the kiddos busy. Over here we have our ball tracker. This is great for the younger kiddos. This is one of our class plants. And actually the kids, especially like the 3 and 4-year-olds, are assigned jobs every day that they'll come in and they'll get to do their jobs. And one of those jobs is watering the plants. Now, of course, this particular plant doesn't like to be watered that often, so this job might just be like once a week or so if it looks like it needs to be watered. Coming over here, we have our art area. There's an easel in the corner. It has a chalkboard on this side and then a whiteboard on the other side, and then there's also a roll of paper that can be pulled over so that the kids can paint over here. This section of the shelving over here is specifically for art supplies. So starting on top, I like to keep a pile of blank note cards and then like a whole bunch of stickers. And the kids just love peeling the stickers off and like placing them on the note cards. This activity would be great for my 2-year-olds when we start back to doing home daycare. I like to keep a stack of coloring pages over here, And then these get switched out depending on like the season or the month or the theme, whatever we're working on. So because we're headed into the fall and spooky season, I have this pumpkin and spider worksheets for the kiddos to just grab and color if they want. On the second shelf, we have a tray that's just full of construction paper. We have a tub full of crayons. Down here, we have a tub full of Play-Doh and all of the Play-Doh tools. In here, we have the twistable crayons and the dot markers, and then some kid-safe scissors. Down here, we have washable markers. And then here we have our watercolor paints and paintbrushes. So all they have to do is just grab this tray if they want to paint. They can bring the whole tray out here to the table, sit down, go and fill up their cup of water, come back, grab their paper off the shelf, do their painting, and then they also know to put everything back and clean up when they're done. I try to make it so that they can be as independent as possible. And then over here, we have our language shelves. Starting here at the top, I have the dry erase pockets. This one has all of the letters of the alphabet that they can work on tracing, and then the shapes that they can trace. You can tell Ren was working on this one earlier. I have these Montessori sandpaper letters that I got off Amazon. They can bring out all of the letters or just one letter, and then we work on tracing it with our finger like this. I can show them how to trace it, and then we focus on the letter sound. On the second shelf, we have a letter board. I got it from the same shop that I got the number board from on Etsy. In this bin, I just store all of our coloring books that I've accumulated. So there's like some Christmas coloring books and some Easter coloring books. And these are kind of more interactive books that like come with dry erase markers that they can practice with tracing and writing, and then it can just be erased and the next child can work on it if they want. So there's just a lot of those types of things. This alphabet felt book, which came from the Target dollar spot. Another tracing book. Most of these workbooks either came from the Target dollar spot or Amazon. And then down here, just a empty book. Well, I mean, it's been colored in now, but I like to just keep empty notebooks down here for the kids to write in. And then we have the book Eating the Alphabet, Fruits and Vegetables from A to Z. Here next to the shelves, I have this plastic bin from Target where the kids can just put their work when they're finished. And then some of it like we might go through and keep, otherwise it just gets recycled. But this is the finished or used paper bin. The final section over here is divided into both the sensory and the cultural center. So over here in the sensory area, we have some instruments for the kids to play, and then a book that goes along with it. And then down here on the bottom shelf, we have one of my all-time favorite kid toys, which are just these silk scarves. Kids love these. I mean, seriously, they build forts with them. They use them as capes and pretend to be superheroes. They use them as blankets for their dolls. Like, it's just endless. The kids use these for so many things. We like to use them during dance and music time to like wave around. I definitely recommend the silk scarves. And then we have the Pantone color cards. These are really popular in Montessori. Okay, this one says, which jellyfish matches this pink? The pink down at the bottom. And then you have to like pick which jellyfish matches that color. And all of them are like that. It's good for discerning the differences in shades of colors that are very similar. These are the water blocks. I actually got these for Ren for Christmas when she was an infant, because they're just great for babies. So much fun. And you can even put two different colors together and see what color it makes. And then over here, the cultural center, there's a little flat map of the world as well as a globe. We have this basket of children from around the world. This came from Lakeshore Learning, and these are also a really big hit. These are just some awesome books for cultural diversity, showing children from around the world, and just kind of opening up their worldview a little bit. This one is To Be a Kid, Everywhere Babies, Mama Do You Love Me, Global Babies, The Colors of Us, Me on the Map, And then this one is a Lift the Flap picture atlas from Usborne Books. And then down here there's a bin full of railroad tracks and trains. This is actually supposed to go in the playroom, but I think one of my kids just stuck it in here when we were cleaning up. These are all the different animal posters that I was talking about that I got from Lakeshore that I'll switch out on the light table over there. Depending on like what the kids are interested in or what we're talking about that week, I can just change out the cards and we can learn all about various animals. But yeah, that is an overview of our preschool room and all the different centers. I'm really happy with how it's all come together. But like I said, even when I'm not running home daycare or home preschool, I am homeschooling my own 2 kiddos. I hope that this tour gave you a little bit of inspiration for your own home preschool spaces. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this, then please like this video and hit the subscribe button so that I know you are interested in watching more videos like this. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.